Focus on the brick that you're laying today. Be aware of your goals, but keep your eyes on the brick you own today. I promise you that laying a brick every day will get you much further than sitting around trying to figure out the end game. This thing that stops me and you from taking action on our goals or the things that we say that we want is because we think too big. We're so stuck on the final product, the final picture. We get so focused on the final picture and we let the anxiety build up because we are looking at the space between where we are and where we're trying to go. We get so focused on where we're trying to go and it seems so far away from where we actually are that we stress ourselves out. Fear paralyzes you because you think too big. You see the goal, you see the vision, you see the dream, and then you see how it's so far away from where you currently are, and then you start overthinking it. I gotta do this, but I need all of this done in order to create that. Think it, and we overthink it, and we overanalyze it, and all that thinking stops us or paralyzes us from taking action. Because you're thinking way too big, way too far, way too out there. You just feel like you gotta figure it out before you even take action. You gotta figure out the end goal. You gotta figure out the end, the moral of the story before you even start. And that is what is paralyzing all of us from taking action. We're overthinking it. How do they build a house? Brick by brick. You're on a journey. Each part of that journey is building you and getting you ready for the final product that you're asking for. But if you are not taking the steps on the journey, you're not even moving towards the dream, the vision, or the aspiration that you have. If you do not get started, you don't know what questions to ask. You don't know what you may or may not like. You don't know how you're gonna feel about it until you get started. You might decide you wanna not use bricks. You might wanna use drywall. But how you know until you put the bricks up? See what they look like, see how they sit. How do they feel for the foundation of your house? The question we should all ask ourselves today is, what's one step forward that I can make today to lay a brick down on the house that I want to build, on the vision that I have? What is one thing, one brick that I can lay today that will start the foundation to the house that I'm thinking I want to build? And that's all you need to do. And if you keep your focus on each brick that you need to lay down every day, you won't get so overwhelmed with the big picture. The big picture is overwhelming, especially when you're all the way on the other side. You know, you never built a house before. You got an idea of how it can be done, but never took the time to actually build a house. It could be pretty nerve-wracking when you've never built a house before. Though it seems slower, laying a brick every day is gonna get you way farther than sitting around trying to figure out how to complete the project before you get started. Just lay a brick every day. And not taking any steps towards it. So what if you don't know everything yet? You'll find out on the journey. Don't ever confuse it. It is never that big thing that gets you to the vision. It is always the little bitty things, that little time you put in perfecting your craft or just putting the details into what you do, practicing. so that when that big moment comes, you are ready. If you haven't been practicing for the big moment, when the vision pop up, you are not even going to be ready for it. It is never that a big aha moment that gets you there. It is the practice for that moment that makes you ready to have the house. Fear paralyzes you from doing anything. And then next thing you know, you look up, many years have passed, and you still haven't completed or got started on that project that you said was very important to you. So I just want you to think about that. Like, you gotta take baby steps. The baby don't just get up one day and then start walking. No, first they start standing up on furniture, and then they start standing, just holding their balance. And then baby starts trying to attempt to take little bitty steps, and then they fall and bust their ass quite a few times for a while before they get the walking thing down. How are you ever gonna get what you really want by sitting around thinking about how you gonna get it done, how you gonna figure it out, what's all the steps you need to take? You're not gonna get it done that way. You gotta lay a brick today. What can I do today? Then tomorrow ask yourself what you can do, and do a little bit every day. You're like, wow, look at all this I got done. And the thing about it is, it probably won't even turn out the way you thought it was. Most of the time, even better. Keep your eyes focused on the brick that you're laying today. That's the only thing that matters. Those little bricks that you laying today, don't let fear paralyze you by overthinking the big picture. Know what the big picture is, and then start laying some bricks. Your big picture might expand as you start building it. You're like, actually, I'm attach a garage to this house. Now that I'm building, and the garage wasn't even in your original blueprint. So stick with the plan, but always make a plan and be flexible, because fear paralyzes you. Fear will literally stop you in your tracks. Fear takes your voice away. Fear keeps you overthinking. Fear will have you overthinking and not taking action. Fear literally paralyzes you. And you know what's the scariest thing? To think about your dreams and then look at yourself. To think about your dreams and how far they are away in comparison to where you are now. That is the scariest thing. And so when we start creating our dreams or thinking about what we envision for our lives, it brings up all this fear, anxiety, and questions. And then we get to overanalyze it. Well, I don't know how to do that. I have to figure out this first. I need more money. I need more education. I need this. I don't have this. I'm not ready for this. I don't know anyone who does this. I don't know what steps to take. And we get to overanalyzing. What if I'm getting old? What if I don't get it done in enough time? What if I never reach my goal? What is the likelihood of me reaching it? And we do all of this overanalyzing, and all of this overanalyzing literally freezes you from taking any action. So then now you got this vision that you overanalyzing about, and you never really get started on it because you're still trying to figure out the big picture or how to get it done before you even got started. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Nobody ever figures out exactly how they're gonna do something before they start. People have ideas, but the journey is what really turns you into the person or turns the product into whatever it's supposed to be. It's the journey of getting there. So how do we create something great? By laying it down brick by brick. Every day you need to lay a brick. Every day you need to ask yourself, what can I do today to get closer to my goal? What little step can I take today to get closer? Because truthfully, if you sit and try to analyze and figure out the end game or the big picture before you get started, you may be sitting for a while before you even got started. And now you're behind. So I just come to reiterate to you again. If you really want to get something done, you got to do it step by step. Step by step. If you really want to get something done, you have to do it step by step, brick by brick. If you really want to build a house, you gotta lay it down brick by brick, step by step. Know what your goal is, your ultimate goal is, but put all your focus on whatever brick you laying down today. That's the only thing you need to be thinking about. And just make sure you check that for today. As long as you know you put down a brick today, you know that you're getting closer and closer to the vision that you have. But sitting around analyzing how you could build the house really fast is just delaying your journey. Get started on the journey. The journey is what you need in order to be the person